Thank you so much for being our past president greeter today. I'd like to go ahead and call the meeting to order.
Very good, Daryl.
So I've got our mobile bell here. All right, a little update here about why you're suffering me today is that Sally actually had her second dose of the Moderna, I call it the Moderna vaccine yesterday. It's a blessing. However, you know, both she and I kind of suffer a little bit of, it's not really a side effect. You just don't feel good, okay? And so she's got a really sore arm and she's probably asleep right now, which some of you will be too with me running the meeting. But anyways, it's an honor to be with you here today, and welcome to Boulder Rotary. It's the best place to be on a Friday afternoon in Boulder, Colorado. I'd like to ask Jean Lindeke to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and please stand if you're able.
Everybody ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with justice for all. Indivisible with liberty and justice for all, sorry. The four-way test. Of the things we think, say, and do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
All right, the is-its and the wills-its. That's the way to remember that. Okay, well, again, thank you all for being here today. I think we've got a pretty decent agenda. I'm trying to remember what you're supposed to do here, so I apologize if I stumble just a little bit. And I've got my support team of Fred Hull, Cassie Murphy, Chad Stam, and Mike Brady in the background. So just so you know, they text back and forth to see what's going on in the meeting and to see who's in the chat and stuff. So they're probably talking about me right now, which is fine. But Charlotte, you have our guests and visitors today. And if you wouldn't mind, I don't know if everybody's put them in the chat yet, but did you have any in particular that you wanted to highlight?
Yes, thank you very much. I think we have a couple of guests here today. So I'd like to call on Bob to introduce your guest, Galen.
Bob, you're muted.
Yeah, do the unmute thing, Bob.
Thank you. And switching back, I didn't realize that. Thank you. Galen Kepke is a longtime friend going back to his graduate study at the School of Engineering at CU, and then over the years an engineer at NIST, and during a good part of this time also serving as a volunteer in fire prevention, especially in the Netherlands and the Upper Magnolia area, but very much a part of the firefighting community as a volunteer and as an assistant chief. Welcome to you, Galen. Glad you're with us, especially to also meet Paul.
Yeah, thank you very much, Bob. Appreciate being here.
Good, thank you.
Thank you, Bob, and welcome, Galen. We're very happy to have you here today. I believe we also have Richie here that's visiting today. If you'd like to introduce yourself, that would be wonderful.
Sure.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Richie Forte. I am a chiropractor in Louisville. I recently moved out here to Colorado. I have been active in the Rotary in Pennsylvania in our previous practice. And I grew up, I was the youngest honorary Kiwanian in history. I was like 3 days old. My dad was a lieutenant governor. So I have just been trying to find a group where I can join and help give back to our community and help to support everybody in Boulder County. So thanks for having me, and I look forward to continuing being with you guys.
Thank you very much, Richie, and thank you for being here with us today. And we look forward to you being here again. So I don't see any other guests, but I'd like to just open that up and see if there are any guests that I've missed. If so, please unmute yourselves and introduce yourselves. Okay. I don't see anybody else, so I just, sorry?
All right, thank you, Charlotte. Yeah, yeah, but if anybody else, please put your name in the chat. I'll try and keep an eye on it and maybe recognize you there as the meeting goes on. And Dr. Forte, I mean, welcome to Boulder Rotary. Look no further. This is the service club in Boulder County and probably all the nation, but we'll look forward to having you again next week. All right, so I think, let's see, Bob Stunkel mentioned this earlier. I don't have my prop with me because I forgot it, but heavens to Betsy, Randy Butler, a mass mediator. I kind of laughed when I saw that because, you know, you just switch around a couple of letters there and it's a bad thing. But you are in the new Rotary magazine this week. And so I wanted to congratulate you for that. I hope everybody has received their Rotary magazine, formerly known as the Rotarian. And so congratulations to you, and we look forward to actually reviewing your articles. So great job. And then Marty Evans actually has some updates from, I believe it's the Caring Committee. Is that correct, Marty?
That's right.
All right,
Darryl.
past President Marty Evans, sorry.
That's
Rusty,
okay.
I'm rusty.
Thank you. And the Caring family of Rotary, we have two that we'd like to bring to your attention. One is certainly our club support to the Mock family. Gail's wife, Julie, passed away earlier in the month. On Sunday, there was a beautiful write-up about her that longtime family friend Clay Evans did. And Julie, her sister-in-law, Gail's sister-in-law, Jerry Mock, is one of our club members. So we certainly extend the club sympathy to that family. On a cheery note, we would also like to congratulate Bob and Nancy Sievers. They've reached the 60th month anniversary of their lives together. Those of you with Facebook can see what they look like when they were young and beautiful. They still are young and beautiful, but the hair color is a little bit different. So thanks for that. And we always appreciate any news that you can share with us so that Jeannie Schlosslin, the co-chair of the committee, and I can work with our members to get cards and notes sent to them. So thanks so much, Darryl. Back to you.
No, thank you, past President Marty. And yeah, the Caring Committee is an awesome group. We really like to keep touch of our members, you know, and certainly if somebody's going through something, it's a huge gift knowing that our club members are in support, as we always would be, of folks. But we got to know about it to do so. Okay, so please pass those on to the Caring Committee. President-elect Chad Stamm, I'm told that you have an update from the Boulder Rotary Club board. So if you wouldn't mind unmuting and giving us the update.
I do. So the board of directors, hold on, I'm pulling up my notes real quick. Here we go. The board of directors met this past Monday, and we had several topics of discussion, and I just wanted to update everyone on what some of those were. First of all, we welcome new members, Dr. Bob Murphy, my former dentist. Dr. Bob, if you're here, thank you. Sarah Parkinson and Jerry Walsh. And we also said goodbye to Carl Scott and Michael Murphy. So those were some changes in membership. I also personally updated the board on some information I received from Boulder Valley School District that they are not accepting exchange students next year. So our club will not be hosting any, unfortunately. The other update we have on youth services side is the spelling bee is going to be virtual. That was the gist of our conversation. That took about maybe 15 minutes. For the next hour and 15 minutes, everybody involved on the conversation had one order of business, and that was to talk about next year's budget. We talked about this a little earlier at a couple meetings ago, late in 2020, but our club operates on unrestricted funds. That's what we use to fund our good works. And at the board meeting, we had many discussions on how to increase some of our fundraising efforts. Over the course of the next several weeks and months, you're going to hear a lot about the Boulder Rotary Club Foundation, what it means, what it does, and why it's so important to fund it. Essentially, we're going to have some hard conversations over the next couple of months about funding the projects that we all like to do. We're all in this club for our own reasons. We have projects that we like to support. We have volunteer time that we like to give to specific things. Well, none of that happens unless we have funding to make it happen. So the way that I look at this is that every member of this club when they go out and they do something in the community for good works, they're basically spending their own money. So when we donate to the BRCF, we're essentially writing checks to ourselves. And I just kind of want to leave the recap with that message, because we're going to talk about this more over the next coming weeks. But just know that everybody on that board of directors meeting, and I think there were 16 of us, 16 amazing minds and just great human beings providing all insight they can to help figure out this budget process. And it was a big, big topic of conversation. So just to let you know how important this really is. So we'll hear more about it over the coming weeks. Thanks for listening, and certainly feel free to reach out with any questions about the board of directors meetings. The minutes are always available, and feel free to send checks to Kitty DeKeefer because we're really looking to add to our unrestricted funds so we can do our good works. Thanks, Daryl.
Thank you, President-elect Chad Stam. And who is your dentist that is now a member? What's his name?
Dr. Bob.
Dr. Bob, you did a great job. Chad has great teeth. I just want to let you know. So thank you so much for that, and welcome to Boulder Rotary. All right, so we got to kind of pick up some mileage or some time in the air, as Southwest Airlines said. But real quick, I did want to point out that, you know, that background chat I was talking about, Mike Brady, I appreciate you complimenting my hair and admiring it, and I know that you're jealous. Nancy Chim Wagner, we're going to you for a membership moment.
Thank you, Daryl. And yeah, your hair looks great. Okay, so my name is Nancy Chim Wagner, and I am presenting to you membership moment. And today we have a red to blue badge transition, and her name is Katrina Jewell. Katrina, are you on?
I am here.
Thank you. Okay, so Katrina has been a member of Boulder Rotary since July 24th of 2020 during our COVID era. And her spouse is also a Rotarian, Frank Deck. So hopefully we'll see him occasionally on our Boulder Rotary Club, back again, active. She is sponsored by Mike Brady and I, and Katrina grew up in Boulder, and early on she discovered how valuable and powerful a community is. Data is an area of expertise for Katrina, and she wants to use it to benefit and to better the community. She also loves working with kids, and that's what she's doing now with special ed children. She wants to leave the community a better place than what it was before, and to connect with like-minded people, such as our own Rotarians here. She found a sense of community by training at the Trans Martial Arts. So you don't want to be in an alley with the Katrina, or you want her as a bodyguard, because she is a second-degree Black belt. So my question to you, Katrina, first one, what values did you learn while growing up in Boulder and training at the Trans Martial Arts?
I learned the value of teamwork. In any situation, one can go far by themselves. However, one can achieve a lot more and go even further with a team.
Wonderful. And let me ask you, with those values that you have, how is it significant being a part of the community for you and your current position teaching special ed kids?
As a special education teacher, I use teamwork every day. Teachers and TAs all team up and find creative ways to help students achieve their learning goals and life skills. We're all here for the same reason, to help kids better and help them become productive member of society.
And being part of Boulder Rotary, how do you feel that it impacts you?
When I think of the Rotary Club, I think of a group of people who want to make a positive impact on their community, and that they not only want it, but they make it happen. With hard work and like-minded people, people really can make a difference in the world. And that's something I wanted to be a part of, and that's why I joined.
I think with all your discipline and everything you have, I mean, it's going to happen, right? And this Boulder Rotary Club is putting their impact around the world. So I would like everyone, all the Rotarians, to welcome Katrina Jewell to Blue Badge in the Boulder Rotary Club. Thank you, Katrina.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Katrina. And that badge will be the last one that you'll ever need. So welcome to the community of Blue Badgers, and we really appreciate it. Is there a cowboy poet in the house ready to do some birthdays?
Yes, there is. I was performing one time, and a woman came up to me and said, "I really like your poetry. I guess I should call it doggerel." I smile, and doggerel is a term that Middle English term that means poetry of little poetic value. So I thanked her very much, and because she really meant no harm. But then I sat down and wrote this poem. I'm just a wrangler of rhymes. I rope them and pull them in line. Right from the start, I don't know much about art, but to me they sound just fine. Doggerel's what some people call it, of little poetic worth they say, but they miss the part that speaks from the heart and overlook the words as they play. I've read Badger Clark, Robert Service, Carl Sandburg, Robert Burns' book and verse. I've laughed over the years and shed a few tears reading the best and the worst. My words are not poems are not of little value. I'll defend them every day. Though a little offbeat and not down Main Street, they say what I want to say. A rhyme roper, free and unfettered, avoiding any so-called haikus. Not a poet sublime, just a wrangler of rhyme. And I write them more for me than for you. Cowboy grill is what I call it. Like riding a bronco that bogs. When people look down their nose, I tell them, I suppose, it's of little poetic use to dogs. Cowboy grill is what I call it, being polite as I can be. Cowboy grill is not doggerel, and I hope you all agree. Thank you. Now, we do have a Susan Buchanan whose birthday is today. Susan, I want you to unmute and give us some words of wisdom.
Well, I'm not feeling terribly wise at this moment, but thank you. I guess the one thing that comes to mind is that the best thing that I have learned over the years is to surround myself with people that are smart and caring, involved and engaged in the community, and care more about helping others than helping themselves. So I guess that's as close as I can come to any kind of intelligent response to your question.
Great, great. Well, that's all for the birthdays. I want to encourage people. Again, this is a large club. We need to see people and put names to faces. And so be sure and call me and let me know if you want to say some words on your birthday. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I really miss George when you were able to say, and don't forget to sit at the birthday table. But that's coming back soon here. And then please do not forget the Birthday Scholarship Fund. That's really important. Remember, the tradition there is your amount of years in dollars +1, or feel free to round up to a Paul Harris Fellowship. All right, so let's take a moment to look at the brew here.
I need something to help me memorize this.
Of the things we think, say, or do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendship? Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Baba! In the beginning of creation, there was no you, but
Daryl, I think we should sing this next week.
Hello, Rotarians and guests. Thank you for being here today. The Spelling Bee is going to be virtual in 2021. It's March 6th, and Boulder Rotary Club is the co-sponsor again. Get a hold of Norris Hermsmeyer for more information.
Rotarian volunteers are needed to help at-risk teens. The next meeting is February 13th from 4 to 5:30 p.m. on Zoom. If you're interested, please contact Norma Portnoy.
And it's the final call for recipes for the Boulder Rotary Club Pandemic Recipe Book. Jancy Campbell and Sue Deans are putting this together. It's going to be awesome, and get your recipes to them now. Oons, oons, oons.
Check out the February edition of Rotary. Randy Butler was honored by Rotary International in a great article called A World-Class Mass Mediator. Please check it out.
Randall, the Randmaster. Congratulations, Randorama.
Next week's program is Lee Shanis, Executive Director and co-founder of Intercambio, uniting communities together. Don't miss it.
The following is an advertisement for Rotary, sponsored by Boulder Rotary Club. Live well with Boulder Rotary.
Get fit. But today, instead of using these, we're going to use this, the Bravo
It's Rotary
XL
International,
Enterprise Smart
and it's going to
Not
change
only
your
can it help
life.
you get
And it's got
fit,
flavor,
it adds fit,
infusion, technology.
to every meal. Check with versatility, technology, and value.
No other service club comes close. Order your fulfilling service experience today. Time is running out on this Boulder Rotary Update special. It comes with service above self, infinite opportunities to serve humanity. Don't miss your opportunity. Order now.
Well, laughter is the best medicine.
And so is a COVID vaccine, Sally. So say it with us now.
Have a great
weekend.
Oh, those people are characters, man. I tell you, they're running out of material though. So remember to send them updates so they can get stuff in there that just isn't out of Daryl's head. Okay. We're going to wish President Sally Brown a little luck, and I'm sure she'll feel better this afternoon after getting her vaccine. I do want to thank everybody involved with making this meeting run, particularly Fred Hull, Cassidy, Chad Stam, Mike Brady. Sorry to tease you a little, Mike. It's just a standard. Bob Stunkel was our past president greeter. Gene Lindeke, thank you for the Pledge of Allegiance, the four-way test. Make sure and sing it next week. Charlotte for doing guest and visitors. And I'm Daryl Brown. Today is the last day of Vocational Service Month. I wish you well and have a good afternoon.